Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 76 part 2. This is just a continuation of the last video that I was doing, and I decided to split in half because it was getting really long. So this will just be acquisitions, so if that's boring, feel free to skip this one. And just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas because that's just a few days away. So I am going to be working on wrapping some gifts and finishing up some things while I edit this video, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, so acquisitions. So I did do some Black Friday shopping. First I ordered some stuff on Hirschner's like before we even left the house to actually do any real shopping, because they had like 15-cent shipping or something like that if you spent $35 or more, and they've actually had a lot of free shipping lately. So if you guys ever want Hirschner's yarn, you should just sign up for their emails, because they're almost always doing some sort of cheap shipping, if not free shipping, but you do have to spend $35 or more. So I'll show you what I got from Hirschner's. A lot of it was just because I had the money and I wanted to buy stuff. I don't know. So I bought a few of these Hirschner's Holiday Velvet yarns, mostly because I was curious, and someday I want to make ornaments if I ever get around to it. And I didn't even look at like what the weight was or anything. I just thought they were pretty colors, and I just thought I'd try it. So these are 4 weights, so they're a little bit thinner than like the Parfait Chunkies and stuff. But so I got this one, which I think is ivory. I don't know, it doesn't say a color, it has a number, but yeah, they just have a color number. So this is kind of an off-white, so I'll just call it that. Then like a regular green, there's like this green. I thought the lighting's kind of, it's brighter than it's showing up because the lighting is not great in here and I don't have my ring light on. And then there's like a red. Throw these over here. There's white, so get this back so that there you can tell the difference. This is white, this is off-white. And then, okay, so I thought there was one more. There was this darker red. So there's all those that I can make ornaments with, or whatever I decide to make with those. And then, okay, so I think I originally was on here because I wanted this color of Parfait Chunky, and it's the color Mushroom. Because, I don't know, we'll get into that in a minute. But, so I got that one, and then I decided to see a few other colors that I don't have. So I also got this one, which is called Rain, and then this one is called Mint. So got some Parfait Chunky to add to my stash of that. So from there, we did do some Black Friday shopping, and we went to the Ark, which is a thrift store. They had a coupon for if you spent $50, you would get $20 off. And I was buying some clothes for my daughter, who no longer wants to wear dresses and skirts to church. She feels more comfortable in pants. So we wanted to get her some dress pants and some dressy shirts. So now that we couldn't buy them like other places, but we were at the Ark, so we're like letting her try on a bunch of stuff. So then, because we were buying her a bunch of clothes, and my 7-year-old got some clothes, and so we were at like almost like $90. So then we're like, okay, so my mom was with us, so she's like, well, I can use the coupon too, but we need to get it up to 100, right? So that we split it, so I have about 50, she has about 50, we can both use the coupon. So she had a few things that she added, and then I added just a few random things of yarn, which I just snatched the down. Okay, so they're actually really random, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. This one is a bag of cotton of some sort. Let's see. It was $3.99. Oh, I grabbed the one with no label. It's called Cotton Candy. It's 100% cotton and 50 grams. And they're all in this color number 8. Whatever that is. So, not sure what I'll do with 3.5 balls of that. And it seems kind of thin. It doesn't actually say that I can see. It says kit yarn, so I wonder if it probably came in somebody's kit of some sort and then they didn't use it. So, like I said, kind of random. And this one, I think blue was the only color on sale, so it ended up being $2.50. And this is Lion Brand Fun Fur in this fun color. Let's see, copper color. So, to go with this, I have this dilemma where I want to make a Highland cow, and I don't know if I want to make the acrylic version or the plush version in Parfait Chunky, or a plush version in like the Bernat blanket yarn / Premier Basics chenille that I just got. And I'm trying to get all these colors that might work for a Highland cow. But I saw this and I thought it would be fun to make, this would be for the horns, not the actual cow, just to clarify. But this would be fun to make like the little hair on top, right? But I got it home and like none of those options really match this. This is just a little bit off of those. So I still don't know what to do. So I bought this from Joann's, and my lighting in here is horrible, so you guys probably can't help me. But so this is what I would use for, it's the same color I used for the turkey. I was just almost out of it. It's just the Big Twist value, and it's the camel color. So if I make him out of acrylic yarn, this is what he would be. The Parfait Chunky doesn't really have any great colors. They're all just like I have like a light brown, like the teddy bear color. And then the chenille, this is falling apart in my hands as I speak. It's like the chenille one from the oh my goodness, I can't speak. The basic chenille that I just got from Hirschner's last time I ordered is a little more almost yellowy compared to this. So I still don't know what I want to do, and I don't know. But there's 2 of that one, and then this one has like, it's actually not Lion Brand, it's a different company. Sensations Cello? I don't know. And it has some of that same orangey color in it, but it's got a little bit of yellowy and a little bit of brown. And it seems a lot more pokey-outy. I don't know. So I still don't know what I'm doing about that project. So anyway, so then I went to Joann's, and it's a whole thing because, so I like to order Joann's like online and then go pick it up, because you usually get like a 20% off coupon when you do that. And my Joann's is in the next town over, 20 minutes away, so it's just more convenient to do that. And then a lot of times lately they'll send you, like if you go pick it up, then they also give you another coupon for $5 off of 10 to use that day in store. So sometimes I'll do that. I'll get the 20% off of whatever like thing I for sure know I want to buy. Then I might go in and look around and see if there's something else that would equal $10 to get the $5 off. Anyway, so what I did, no, I can't remember. So I want to make this penguin for my daughter, and I didn't have very many blues because I want it to be blue and then like blue and white mostly. But it has, the pattern I am looking at has 2 colors of blue, like a darker blue on like the face part, and then like a lighter blue for the around the rest of the body. So what I did was I did an online order, and I got this Bernat blanket in the color Country Blue, And then I also got this because I knew what color I wanted. And so that's what I did for the pickup. And then I get there and I decided to look around to see what I want to use my coupon on. There was a few things I needed to get for projects for the kids also. And so then they're supposed to be, the Bernat blanket yarn was supposed to be $7.99, like doorbuster sale. So I grabbed, this is what I did. I grabbed this one just in case this didn't match the blues I had. So I could do these two together or this with the other lighter blue I have. So this one is Twilight. And then just because I thought they were $7.99, I also grabbed this, and this is my fault. So the kids, I think, stepped on the bag. Anyway, this one's woodland tweed, and I thought this would make a fun chicken or cat or whatever, stuff like that. So I grabbed those two, and this, because it was a perfect match to a towel that I brought in to try to find a color match to. So I've used it a little bit. And this is the color, I think it was Sage. Something like that. Yes, color Sage for just big twist value, which was supposed to be on a doorbuster for $2.49. So I did this shopping while I dropped my preschooler off. So I have about an hour to go to the next town over, do some dollar store stocking shopping. And the line there was super long. It was way busy. Do my Joanne stuff and then get back in time to pick up my middle schooler. So 20-minute drive back to get her. So I was in a hurry because I'd already done the dollar store. It took forever. And so when I checked out, it was like $25 for those 3 things of yarn because I did it separately from the other ones because I knew the $5 off of 10 doesn't work on doorbusters. So I did 2 separate orders. And so I get it. I look at it at home. I didn't have time to argue about it. There were people in line behind me. And so I called the next day and I was like, hey, this is what happened. They rang up at like 10:10 instead of $7.99. And so he like kind of cuts me off and is like, well, what yarn are you looking at? And I told him the Bernat blanket. And so he goes and looks because he didn't let me finish, like telling him that I bought 2 kinds of yarn, not just one. But so he looked, he's like, oh, they're $7.99, but they're also buy 2 get 1 free. So you should have bought 3. And so then later I was looking at the receipt and I was like, okay, so I did buy 3. I bought 1, 2, 3. So the way that it split it out in the receipt was a little bit off this, a little bit off this, a little bit off of this to equal the price of this. So I got this one free. So I was kind of annoyed, kind of at myself, kind of at the way they were doing. I thought I saw somebody else in my house. Okay. How they did the prices because they shouldn't have doorbusters and buy 2 get 1 free at regular price at the same time. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, if I had bought 3 of these, they're normally $11.99, so $12. If I had bought 3 of these, 1 would have been free, which is basically the same as each of them being $7.99. So that makes sense. But the fact that you have both going at the same time, to me, wasn't fair. Like, this should have been $7.99. This should have been $7.99. This should have been $2.49, not $12.12 and free. So I was going to go in and argue it, but then I was like, it's kind of my own fault for not, because I was in a hurry, so I wasn't paying attention to the signs. And I didn't think they'd give it, like, he made it sound like they would fix it, but that was when he thought that I had just bought the 2, not 3. So I was like, I'm not going to drive 20 minutes back with my kids, and it snowed that morning. And so then I was going to go the next day, but then I have my kids because it was the weekend. I was like, I'm just not going to do it. And so and then what happens? I get an email from Joanne saying, guess what? You're almost at your miles reward like amount. So like a lot of times they'll do, if you use your account, you spend like $30 or $40, and then they give you a coupon to use the next month for like a certain number off of 10 or 20 or whatever. I don't remember. I don't get it very often, but this time they were like, you only need to spend like $6. So what did I do? I ordered another blanket yarn at $7.99 to pick up in store. So obviously I didn't get the 20% off discount because they're still on Doorbuster. And it's over there. I don't feel like grabbing it because I left it on the other couch. But it's just the school bus yellow. So hopefully, which so far today they haven't actually, like, I just did it like pick up outside the store. We did our shopping and I just did the curbside pickup because I didn't want to go back in. And I still haven't gotten an email like, hey, here's your receipt. Thanks for picking up your stuff. So they think I haven't picked it up yet. So I might need to call them and be like, hey, I picked it up. Because if they don't give me my Smiles rewards for doing that, I'm going to be mad. Because there's been a time in the past where I thought I earned enough points to get those rewards and I never got them. So that's frustrating. Anyway, I know this is already long, but I do have one more thing of acquisitions to show you. And because Lisa over at Happy to Hook Creations is selling some mystery boxes on her Etsy shop. And I've always kind of wanted to buy somebody's mystery boxes. Like I've almost bought like some from Crystal at Bag O' Day, but hers are super expensive. And I've almost bought some at from Rose Likes Crochet, or just, I don't know if she's done mystery boxes, but I've almost bought yarn from her just on her Etsy shop. And I just never want to pay for shipping. But this time I was like, what the heck? So it was like $28 for the yarn and like $17 for shipping. So it ended up being like $47 with tax. And I have already looked at it, but I will unbox it with you real quick. So, first things I saw on here were these Yarn Bee Scrubology, which I do use to make scrubbies with. So I got this pink color, which is called Bright Pink, and this one I believe is called Periwinkle. Oh, Blue Thistle. So it's like a light purple. So those are on top, and I will definitely use those at some point. I do have a little bit of a stash of those right now. There's also this Big Twist Value in the color Lilac. So there's that. So both of those I've used before. She did say she was putting a cotton cake in each, or not, a Karen cake in each one. So I got a Karen coconut cake, which is mostly cotton. Yeah, 78% cotton and 22% polyester. And my mom bought me some of these. She got it for $5. My mom bought me some of the like turquoise-ish ones. This one is the color Licorice. It's kind of black, kind of almost brown with that color. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make with these or the ones my mom bought me, but hello. There's this Premier Anti-Pilling Bamboo Chunky, which I've never worked with before. It's kind of soft. Color Blueberry Pie. And then there's some Yarn Bee Dazzling, which this one is fun because this is the color Cyber Soul, but it has some fun colors. I was looking at the colors on the inside. It's got some like that teal and orange, and then like some purple, and like the more teal and magenta. Sorry, it's hard to see that. But just one skein of that. So some of these, I'm not sure what I'll do with one skein of. This is a 4-weight and it's 249 yards. So I could probably make a hat out of that. I'm guessing I have some of this, I think, in a different color. I don't think they'd go together, but then I got 2 of these Yarn Bee Urban Chic in different colors. So this is a 3-weight I was looking at, and 275 yards. This one is the color Berry, and this one is the color Caribbean Vibes. So both really pretty, but not really gonna go together. So I don't know what I'm gonna make with these either. A 3-weight something. So then I've got this, which I think is a Red Heart, one of those roll with it sprinkles or something like that. could be a hobby cake, I don't know, but those are pretty colors. This teal is one of my favorite colors, so that'll be fun to do something with. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing with half this yarn. This is a Hobby Bingo XL, which is just 100% acrylic, and they just have color numbers on these. This is really similar. Sorry, this box is on my lap. This is similar in color to this one. This is just a little bit darker. Obviously, this is a 4-weight, and this is chunky 5-weight. So I don't know what I would do. Probably not really go together, but then there's 2 of these Department 71 flurries. I think you can get this on Hirschner's. This is the name or color First Frost, and this purple one is Deep Freeze. So these would be fun added to something else. A lot of these things I'm thinking I would add to something else to make. I probably wouldn't do it by itself, hold it together with something. She also mentioned in all her mystery boxes she was adding some sort of blanket yarn or big yarn. So I got this Loops and Threads, Sweet Snuggles Light in this bright pink color, which is called something. It doesn't have a color. That's weird. I had like a number, but not actually a name. SK21. That's weird. I thought they had normal colors. Anyway, I have some like teal and aqua of this, and now I have some pink. It's a little bit thicker than the Parfait Chunky, so, but it's that same similar feel to it. And then let's see, there's a few little stickers in here. A thank you and her business card. But there's a little ghost. Looks like he's crocheting. I thought he was knitting for a second, but I only see one. And then Be Filled with Joy. This little thing. I think my phone has since fallen over. That's okay. If I'm pretty crooked, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I've definitely spent a lot of money on yarn lately, and I need to stop. And I don't know where I'm putting it all. Technically for Christmas, Santa's bringing me some like cube organizer thingies. So I am, in January, I'm going to be reorganizing the playroom / my craft room, and hopefully reorganizing all of that and actually finishing it, because I've like half reorganized it a million times and it just never stays clean and never stays nice, because I have more stuff than I think fits in the way I have it right now. So I think I just need to like overhaul it completely. So we'll see how that goes. We might be getting rid of a lot of toys that kids don't play with, so we'll see how that goes once my husband goes back to work, because I can't do big projects like that with him around. So he's missing Christmas this year. He'll be back a few days after Christmas, so he'll be home for like New Year's, and then once he goes back to work after that, that's when I'm going to start really working on that project. So I have a few ideas for the new year and things I want to work on, but I don't know what happened this last year. I just got so busy in the summer with just like life that I've struggled with making videos. I've struggled with like keeping up with Instagram and things like that, and I want to do better at those things, and I always say I want to do better at those things, and then I never do. So I thought, you know, as my youngest was getting older, things would get easier. But now having 3 kids and 3 separate schools, and then with my husband's work schedule, I don't know. It's a struggle to feel like I'm doing what I want to do, but still doing what I need to do with all that. But anyway, if you have any advice on what to do about the cow situation, maybe I'll take some good pictures someday, and like with real lighting, and get some advice on that. And then what to do with some of those single skeins of yarn from Lisa's box. And I think that's about everything. So thank you for sticking around this long if you have. If not, I totally understand. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.